Welcome back to the penultimate episode of Season 16 of Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Josiah Schneeman. The finish line is in sight. The only area school left standing is Bennett Academy, with softball, girls soccer, and boys lacrosse all looking to make a run at state. Let's kick things off with Bennett softball competing up at UIC in the sectional semifinals against St. Francis.
We are in Chicago for the 3A softball sectional semifinal hosted by St. Ignatius. Bennett Academy is back in the semis for a third straight season after taking care of Fenton in the regional finals. They take on St. Francis, who makes their first semifinal appearance since 2019 when the Spartans finished as the 3A runner-up. Red Wings go to work right away with Bridget Chapman grounding that ball that brings in Nina Passeri to put the Wings up 1-0. Then Grace Babbage hits one in the same spot, and another run scores, which happens to be Chapman. Red Wings go through the entire lineup, and we are still in the first inning. Passeri gets one into left field, and that clears the bases. The triple by Passeri has Bennett leading 7-0 after the first. Zipping over to the third, and Lauren Kennedy gets on base with a nice ground ball that is beatable before a play is made. However, the Wings get a little lackadaisical, and with the ball rolling, Kennedy catches a napping and is often running to third base. Haley Dillon rewards her effort, and despite getting thrown out at first, Kennedy makes it home to get the Spartans on the board. Wings want to get out of this, and with the pop-up by Maggie Stewart, the field is wondering who's going to catch the ball. Angela Horsch makes the catch in traffic to retire the side. Bats remain the same, and so does Chapman's performance, who flies this ball close to the wall, but that means runs are crossing the plate. It's 12-1 Bennett. Pitcher Alex O'Rourke helps out the cause by sending opposing batters to the bench. Back to the bats, and Taylor Sconza helps off a dominating win for Bennett as they ended in 4 innings thanks to the run rule. Red Wings move on to the finals where they'll face St. Ignatius in a rematch of last season's sectional championship. Taylor Swift is in the city, but so is Bennett Academy and St. Ignatius for the 3A softball sectional final. This is a rematch of last year's sectional final that the Wolfpack won 12-3, but with the Wings outscoring their opponents 50-1 in the postseason, redemption is very likely. 2 on for Bennett, and Bridget Chapman rips this ball out to left center, and goodbye. Chapman fires up the Wings with a 3-run bomb to lead 3-0 after the first. Defense builds off that momentum as Taylor Sconza looks for the fly ball and makes the catch while falling down. Mary Kate Ritterbusch keeps the bats rolling with the base hit to start things off in the bottom of the second. She scores on a sac fly later in the inning. 5-0 Bennett, and Chapman is at it again, and this hit, which brings in Sconza, makes it 6-0. The Wolfpack is in need of some hits, and Lizzie Neiman is the lucky contestant by poking one into right field. Infielders for Bennett are ready for what's next, so Angela Horsch throws to Ritterbusch at first for the out, and that retires the side. Then Gianna Cunningham, who they call Lil G, puts a little tap on her butt and flies her way to first base. Sconza keeps adding on to the fun with an RBI, and it looks too easy for the Wings. Can you guess what Hannah Bear does? Yep, another RBI, and that's all she wrote. For the first time since 2011, Bennett Academy is your softball sectional champs and move on to the Super Sectional to face Richards, a rematch of that 2011 Super Sectional.
It's like a surreal feeling. I can't believe we made it this far, and I can't believe we beat St. Ignatius. They were one of our biggest competitors last year, and I just can't believe we got this plaque, and it's just incredible, and I'm so proud of everyone that contributed. It's awesome to leave off on this, even if, no matter how far we go, I'm just so happy that this can be the end of my senior year. If we make it even further, I'm just so glad and I'm so happy that we have this plaque. Whoa! All right. Go Red Wings.
It was huge for us. We came in really wanting this win because of what happened last year. It was really personal, and we practiced really hard all week, and we played all season and practiced so hard for this. I was pretty anxious. I told the whole team that I was scared, but once I hit that ball, I knew we could all settle down and it was going to be fine.
Their shortstop especially did a great job picking up some balls, but I think overall we had a lot of good hits in the gap, and we just kept hitting no matter what. We're not done yet. We have to go to super sectionals, and obviously the goal is state, so we're not done yet, but it's a great feeling.
Coming up, we'll bring you Bennett girls soccer looking to get back to state here on NSW.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
He took his victims at night. They were never heard from again.
We were there when true crime podcasts spiked your anxiety.
Maybe try binging something less intense next time.
We were there for that. And we're here for everything else. Here it's personal because we get to know you.
We head to the field for the girls soccer super sectional as the Red Wings face Peoria Notre Dame at Washington Community High School.
We made the trip down to Washington High School for the 2A girls soccer super sectionals. Bennett Academy looks to return to state, but standing in the way is a Peoria Notre Dame team that hasn't conceded a goal all postseason. 8 minutes in, Claire Gerard gets the ball on top of the D as she fires on net, but her effort is easily caught by Shannon Clark. Not many chances for either team in the first half. Bennett's best look comes with 4 minutes to play from Anna Casimir, whose shot hits the crossbar. We go into halftime scoreless. Skipping to the last 13 minutes of the second half, Ivana Vukas plays a through ball into the path of Anna Casimir, whose right-footed shot hits the post. Still, the game remains scoreless. Bennett looking for one last chance in regulation. Once again, it's Anna Casimir causing problems, taking a shot on net, but it's saved by Addie Jenitin. After 80 minutes of play, we head into extra time. Starting off the first half of extra time is Claire Gerard, who takes a shot, but it flashes just wide of the left post. 4 minutes into extra time now. Anna Casimir sends in a cross as the ball bounces to Annie Fitzgerald at the back post, and the freshman does the rest, breaking the deadlock. Dying moments of the game as Maddie Stickelmeyer stands over a corner for the Irish. She finds the head of her teammate, but the effort on net is caught by Shannon Clark. Bennett Academy wins the game in extra time over Peoria Notre Dame. Annie Fitzgerald's goal sends the Red Wings into the state semifinals against Crystal Lake Central.
I'm so excited. I mean, to be able to score in a game like this is awesome, and I'm so glad I could help out the team. I mean, every single person has worked so hard, and I'm so proud of every single one, so it's so exciting. The experience has been awesome. Like, the support from the school, from our coaches, from every single player. It's been awesome, and to have this experience as a freshman is absolutely amazing, so I'm so grateful.
I'm like jittery and shaky with excitement. I mean, I couldn't be happier than I am right now. It's so great being able to get down here and get back to state. I mean, like last year we had a game similar to this with Dunlap, where Kira, who was a freshman, scored the game winner in the last 5 minutes, and you've got another freshman. I mean, I feel like it just kind of like shows how much of like a team we are and how well-rounded, and you've got everyone stepping on the plate. It was so great. Everyone just worked so hard today. We need to keep our composure when we're playing, and we need to come out and we need to play our game. We know how to play soccer. Like, it can get like really emotional. You got the fans all cheering, coaches yelling, refs, everything. Like, we need to play our game, settle in, and do what we know how to do.
On this play of the week, Annie Fitzgerald comes up in the clutch on a big stage. With the game scoreless in extra time, Anna Casimir sends in a cross that bounces right to Fitzgerald. The freshman then lofts it over the goalie's head and into the back of the net. That goal helps lift Bennett Academy over Peoria Notre Dame to win the Super Sectional title.
In these complicated times, local news has never been more important. DailyHerald.com lets you stay connected to your community, wherever you are.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
We stay on the field, but this time we check out Bennett Boys Lacrosse taking on D230 United in the Super Sectional at Benedictine University. Fresh off a thrilling 10-9 victory over St. Rita in the sectional championship, Bennett Academy finds itself in the Super Sectionals against DO3 United. With a win, Bennett will move on to the state semifinals. Not even a minute into the action, Jake Skumasi advances the ball upfield, dishes it to Nicholas McKibben, and he notches the first goal of the game. After a Tommy Bartenhagen goal tied things up, Eric Lorenzo finds him over the middle and he has another goal in the first quarter. Bennett bounces back and takes a 2-1 lead. Just over a minute later, Michael Frieri finds Grant Randolph on the left side. He takes a couple steps to the middle and fires one right past the keeper. He's pumped up and the Red Wings are on top 3-1. With a minute left in the quarter, Brady Pisaric attacks from the right side of the field. He's able to get around Randolph and bounce one into the back of the net. D203 cuts the lead to 1. Now in the second quarter, Eric Lorenzo approaches from behind the net. He connects with Bartenhagen cutting through the middle and he scores again. It's now 7-3 with 10:30 left in the second. In the closing moments of the half, Lorenzo attacks from behind the net again. He loses the ball, but he's able to regain control after the scrum. He weaves through the defense and lights up the scoreboard again for the Red Wings. Bennett has a 13-3 lead going into halftime. In the second half, this is Bartenhagen making a move towards the middle. He gets cut off, but he spins back around and scores with a bounce shot. He finishes with 9 goals, leading the Red Wings to a Super Sectional title. They will meet Wheaton Academy in the state semifinals. After winning the Super Sectional on Tuesday, Bennett Academy is back in action in a state semifinal matchup against Wheaton Academy. Last season, the Warriors defeated the Red Wings 11-3 in the Super Sectional. After Wheaton scores the game's first goal, Bennett is on the attack. Michael Frieri falls down, but he tosses it to Charlie O'Grady, who fires it into the back of the net. It's a 1-1 game with 3 minutes into the action. Minutes later, Thomas Tierney spins by the defense, connects with Eric Lorenzo in front of the crease, and he scores the goal. The Red Wings jump out to a 3-1 lead midway through the first quarter. Back on the other end, Breck Peacock is moving upfield. He breaks towards the middle and then sends a rocket right through the Bennett defense. The Warriors cut the lead down to 3-2. Now with under a minute left in the quarter, Peacock attacks the defense again, but this time he tosses it to Jake Miller cutting inside, and this shot is good. Wheaton goes up by 1. On to the second quarter, the Warriors are in possession again. Noah Miller moves over to the middle and sends a bouncing shot right past the keeper. That's 5 straight goals for Wheaton. They go up 6-3 with 8 minutes to go in the half. With less than 3 minutes left, Charlie Foley fakes the shot, gets the step on his defender, and then goes up high for his 4th goal of the game. Warriors up by 4. There's now less than a minute left in the half, and Bennett is looking for one more shot. Eric Lorenzo makes his way around the field, right in front of the keeper, and fires it right past him. Bennett cuts the lead to 8-5 heading into the halftime break. Now in the second half, this is Zeke Merchant attacking from behind the net. He finds Charlie Foley right in front of the crease, and he's got another goal. The Warriors are up 10-5. After a couple of Red Wing goals, Tommy Bartenhagen is looking for more. He gets around the corner with a hesitation move and then bounces a shot right through the Warriors' defense. Bennett is now down 10-8 halfway through the third quarter. Still down 2 goals, the Red Wings are back in possession, but Joe McBride disrupts the pass. It's kicked down the field. Gavin Padone recovers it, and the Warriors are out in transition. Padone passes to Foley to his left. He takes a few steps in and unleashes a rocket into the back of the net. Wheaton goes up 12-9 with 3 minutes left in the third. With less than a minute to go in the quarter, Michael Frieri is fighting through the Wheaton defense. He takes some hard hits and goes rolling onto the turf once, then twice, and then fires a shot that catches the keeper off guard. Frieri's hard-fought goal cuts the lead to 13-10 going into the fourth. After a couple Wheaton goals, Aiden Weissenborn surveys the defense from behind the net. He finds Noah Miller cutting inside and he scores his third goal of the game. Wheaton goes on to win 17-10, advancing to the state championship game against St. Viator.
I mean, we're just happy. This is the third year in a row we've been in the state. First 2 years we didn't make it to the championship. You know, we lost two hard-fought games to Loyola both years. We knew that this year was our year to do it. Most of us are seniors. That first year that we lost to Loyola, we were all sophomores. This has been a dream for all of us since we got into high school. Freshman year was COVID year. We didn't get a chance to play. But we knew that after a while we'd fight hard enough and we'd make it to this championship point.
Well, I'm just super surprised. We've never had a tough battle like that. We haven't had a tough battle like that in a really long time. Didn't start the way we wanted to, but we ended up finishing pretty well. We're just super pumped to have won that game. Our team has lost that semifinal game 2 years in a row. Winning it feels awesome. All credit to our teammates. We really pulled it together at the end, and I just love every single one of these guys.
It was a great game. They're a great team. We battled hard. That's better than I expected. If you asked me in the beginning of the season if I thought we'd be here, there's no shot. I'm proud of our friends, the boys, battling hard, getting here. We got one more game on Saturday. Hope we can go out and win it.
I'm proud of the way we came together as a team. Like, everyone came and bonded, and like, I would die for anybody on this team. Like, we just got that close, and that's what made it work so well.
Bennett Academy will close out the season today against Lake Forest in the IHSA State third-place game. Bennett is coming off a loss to Wheaton Academy in the semifinal. Lake Forest fell to St. Viator and was the state runner-up last year. About halfway through the first, Eric Lorenzo slashes his way through the Scouts' defense. He goes low and records the first goal of the game and his 100th of the season. Minutes later, 6'7" midfielder Matthew Creeran uses his length to gather some speed. He takes the ball coast to coast and gets by some defenders before scoring off a tough angle. The Red Wings are off to a solid start and lead 2-0. Lake Forest is threatening and Henry Diefenbach dishes one off to Austin Rice in the middle. Rice is in on goal and he fires it home. The Scouts cut the Red Wings lead to 1. Scouts set up shop behind the net, where Graham Garrigan finds a cutting John Kotlars. Lake Forest ties the game at 2 to close the first quarter. Garrigan is behind the net again, and he's going to pick up another assist to Kotlars. The Scouts open the second quarter strong and have their first lead of the day. Jake Kroner patiently waits behind the net, looking for some options. He makes a move on a Bennett defender before firing a tough-angled shot on goal. He scores from down low and gives Lake Forest a 4-2 lead. Bennett is now trying to crawl back into this one, and it's a great sequence of passes here, which leads to a Tom Bartenhagen goal. It cuts the Scouts' lead to just 2. Lake Forest is now up 7-3 in the second half and is hoping to add to that. Garrigan is a great playmaker, but here he shows off his goal-scoring ability. It helps bring the Scouts' lead up to 5 with 8 minutes left in the third. Bartenhagen has the ball behind the net and he creates something all by himself. He shimmies around and off a defender before firing a jump shot into the back of the net. Bennett still trails 8-4 in the third. About a minute later, Bartenhagen does it again and from a pretty similar spot. He records the hat trick, but Lake Forest still leads 8-5. In the fourth, Lake Forest is able to shut down the Red Wings and add 2 goals themselves. Oscar Koke collects this goal, which helps the Scouts win third place in state. It is their third straight season finishing inside the top 3. For Bennett, they drop the game but still pick up a trophy. The 4th place finish at state for the Red Wings is the best the program has ever done. We saw Bennett girls soccer win the Super Sectional. After the break, we'll move on to the state series here on NSW.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Do you want all the most exciting highlights from your student-athlete's high school career? Relive all your favorite stories and moments from the past few seasons of Naperville Sports Weekly by purchasing digital downloads. Go to nctv17.org/shop to order today. For our last highlight of the show, we check back in with Red Wing girls soccer on its quest for a second state championship in the last 4 seasons. They face Crystal Lake in the state semifinal at North Central College.
We're at North Central College for the 2A girls soccer state semifinals. Bennett Academy is looking to return to the state final for a second consecutive season. On the other side of the pitch, Crystal Lake Central is making its first ever girls soccer state appearance. Starting the game 6 minutes in, Reese McDonald gives the ball to Rania Fikri, whose shot hits the post and just barely crosses the goal line. Bennett Academy takes an early 1-0 lead. The Red Wings are looking for a quick second. Anna Casimir shows off her speed as her effort on net is saved by Addison Cleary. Crystal Lake Central didn't have many good looks in the first half. The Tigers' only real chance on net came from Addison Schaefer, but she's denied by Shannon Clark. Bennett Academy goes into halftime with a 1-0 lead. 5 minutes into the second half and Bennett are pushing for a second. Sadie Sturbens plays a beautiful ball over the top to Ivana Vukas and the freshman does the rest, passing the ball into the back of the net. The Red Wings take a 2-0 lead. Just under 15 minutes to play. Madeline Gray has a free kick on the 30-yard line as she sends the ball into the box, but there to collect is Shannon Clark, keeping the Tigers off the scoreboard. Bennett looking to close the game out. Anna Casimir gets the ball in the box as she rounds the goalie, but her shot is saved on the goal line by Peyton Hulata, keeping Crystal Lake in the game. The Red Wings are still pushing for a third. Reese McDonald's ball finds Annie Fitzgerald, who unloads a shot, but it's pushed aside by Cleary. Final seconds of the game. Olivia Anderson is looking for a goal for the Tigers, but her shot rings off of the crossbar as the final seconds tick down. Bennett Academy takes down Crystal Lake Central by a score of 2-0. The Red Wings will play Glenwood in the 2A state final.
I think we was really excited to be here again because, I was on the team last year, but they're all saying how super excited it was to be here, and the environment's really strong, and I definitely saw it today. So I felt amazing to get it. I think we just worked on the defense, and that through ball, I just saw it coming, and no one else was really running onto it, so I just tapped into the corner.
When we get an early goal like that, like the momentum kind of shifts, and I feel like everyone kind of just gets more motivated, and we feel a little bit more comfortable in the game because we're up one. Everyone's really, really excited because this is an opportunity that most people have ever gotten to have, let alone like twice. So we're just super grateful for the opportunity and super excited.
Welcome to the 2A Girls Soccer State Final. Bennett Academy finished as runners-up a year ago. This time around, the Red Wings will take on the Titans of Glenwood High School. Starting the game 24 minutes in, Ashley Donovan takes a quick shot, but her effort on net is saved by Abby Stevens and cleared by the Glenwood defense. At the other end of the field, the Titans have a free kick from 20 yards out. Hayden Velshek stands over it and strikes the ball, but it flashes just wide. Dying seconds of the half as Allie Matthews has a shot from midfield that is easily caught by Shannon Clark. We go into halftime scoreless. Bennett opens the second half on the front foot. Anna Casimir plays a ball into the path of Kira Petroselli, but before she can get a shot off, Hayden Velshek recovers and clears the danger. 10 minutes in now, and Rowan Law has a good look on net, but her curling effort is caught by Shannon Clark, keeping the game tied at 0. Down to the last 11 minutes. Rylan Law finds herself sprinting in on goal, but her shot sails over the crossbar. Bennett attacking again late on. Anna Casimir puts in a cross that finds Kira Petroselli, but her volley is saved and covered by Abby Stevens. Last chance of regulation time, Ivana Vukas sends in a corner. Anna Casimir's header is saved off the line, and then Kira Petroselli's shot won't go. There's a shout for handball from the Bennett players, but the ref waves it off. We head into extra time tied at 0. Less than 2 minutes into extra time, Glenwood has a free kick. Hayden Velshek sends the ball into the box, and a breakdown in communication from the Bennett backline allows Rowan Law to poke the ball into the back of the net. Glenwood goes up 1-0 early on in extra time. Not even a minute later, it's the other Law sister in Rylan Law who splits the Bennett defense, tucking the ball into the bottom corner. All of a sudden, Glenwood are up 2-0. The 2 goals from the Law sisters would prove to be enough for Glenwood as the Titans win the 2A state final over Bennett Academy by a score of 2-0. Bennett Academy finishes their season as runners-up.
Well, honestly, how I'm feeling right now is pretty similar to basketball. Like, you wish you could win so bad, but you're so happy to be part of such a good group. Like Coach Okener and Coach Kilbride do such a good job of creating such an awesome environment that feels like a family. Like, these girls are genuinely family, and I'm so happy that I have 2, soccer and basketball, and they'll forever be my best friends. So I'm just really happy.
I mean, it's obviously, like, in the moment that's really disappointing and upsetting, but I said it to my team over there, but I really could not have asked for a better group of girls to end my soccer career with. I'm not playing college soccer, and I was out for 2 years with the ACL, so I didn't feel like super into the team, like just missing things and COVID. But this was such a great group of girls, all the way from the freshmen to the seniors, the coaching, Mariana coming back. Yeah. I'm just so happy that I got to go down to state with this team, and we gave it our all.
We had so much momentum going into the overtime, and we knew we had to apply as much pressure as possible, and we just did it, and it worked. Yeah, we knew they were a good team coming into this, so we just knew we had to play our best to get the outcome that we wanted.
We just came out, we didn't come out that good at the start, but we came out in overtime ready to score and ready to win.
For the play of the week, Michael Frieri earns a hard-fought goal. He fights through the Wheaton defense by splitting 2 defenders. He eventually takes a shot that knocks him down. He rolls, gets back up, then shoots while rolling a second time, and it goes in. What an unbelievable effort as he rolls not once, but twice, and is still able to put it in. He would not be denied. That'll do it for the show this week. Be sure to tune in next week as we close the books on Season 16 with the NSW Award Show. We'll hand out Male and Female Athlete of the Year, Team of the Year, count down our top 10 plays of the season, and more. Don't forget, we're always online. Check us out on our website for extended highlights and stories at nctv17.org. You can also find us on social media at nctv17 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Josiah Schuneman. See you next week.